Yo, good morning, guys. Happy Monday. Hope you guys are doing well. Like the stream on your way in. Make yourself cozy. Grab yourself a water, a coffee, go to the bathroom, whatever you guys need to do. I'm going to play music for a few more minutes, and then we'll go ahead and get the ball rocking and rolling. Yo, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. 1 second here. Getting audio all set up here. Make sure I'm not muted, right? Looks good to me. Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Long weekend. Hope you guys' Thanksgiving was good. Good morning, guys. Say what's up in the chat. Like the stream on your way in, boys and girls. Let's get the ball rocking and rolling here, huh? Let me pull the chat box up. Good morning, Raymond. Good morning, Allie. Good morning, Pandora. Good morning, Sashin, Carson, Kali, Marbra, Leo FS. Good morning, guys. How's you guys' Thanksgiving? Good? Did anybody else put on like 5 to 10 pounds? Because same. Good morning, Storm Scalp. Good to see you, man. Mathport, Yasser, Harpeet, Mr. Shoddy, Boggy Down. Weiler, good morning, guys. Good to see yous. I missed yous. I missed you, boys and girls. Good morning, good morning. We are just absolutely pumping right here at the open. Even crypto is continuing to pump here. XRP is just going off the wall right now. XRP is going off the wall right now. Makes me just smile, boys. Makes me just smile ear to ear. Eventually, I'll have to stop taking screenshots and start taking profits. Current crypto portfolio update, boys. Ooh. Anybody do any cyber? Well, actually, I guess today's Cyber Monday. Black Friday shopping. I should have a slightly different setup probably next week. I got one more monitor on the way, boys and girls. One more monitor on the way, so I'll have 3 now. Thinking I'm gonna double up 2 27-inch monitors, top and bottom. Then I'm going to take this big widescreen monitor that I have over here to the right. I'm going to flip it vertical. That's my game plan. The app is CoinMarketCap. I have most of my crypto. Like, it's in a few different spots. I have some on MetaMask, Exodus, Coinbase, and then I would say the biggest chunk is in a ledger. So just so I can keep track of everything, I use CoinMarketCap. It lets you like put in all of your holdings, and then you can obviously track the full portfolio. I am copying your setup, Tyler Jacobs. Kinda. But yeah, looking at price action here, boys and girls. Looking at Nasdaq and ES. So here's a couple of things I just noted out. So I just went ahead and marked out the November high for Nasdaq and ES. ES is already traded above it because we were very close. We went to all-time highs on S&P 500 on Friday. So those are just some obviously levels that are worth paying attention to. Obviously, we're just, I would say, guys, easy, like, not to oversimplify too much, but like, we're just bullish. I don't know. Like, it doesn't really pay to be anything but bullish, in my opinion, until we switch gears on a higher time frame. I mean, I just kind of feel like that's the default bias at this point. I also marked out these internal lows here. So looking here at the hourly on Nasdaq, this is kind of what I was hoping for. Did not play out. What I was hoping for going into the open today was that we would maybe see price flush for these relative equal lows here. On the hourly, this is a breaker, and then obviously there's inefficiency in here, so you could view this as a unicorn on the 1 hour chart. And what I was hoping for was that market would open up and we would just sell off here, manipulate lower, take these lows, trade into this imbalance, trade into this breaker, and then we could look for longs. That was my hope going into the open. Obviously, that's not happening. We're just absolutely pumping straight up here at the open. So, time to stay patient and reassess. A couple things to keep in mind. For news, we do have some medium impact here in like 3 minutes. And then we also have red folder news at 10 a.m. So it could be wait for 10 a.m. news type day. Could be wait till 10:30, maybe even 10:50 to 11:10 macro. We'll see. Obviously, first day back after a long holiday weekend, so I'm sure everybody's eager to get back to pushing the button. So we'll have to stay disciplined, boys, and stay patient. But yeah, those are just some of my initial thoughts going into the open today. So now just kind of have to reassess the situation here a little bit. Wait for some more information. You can see ES trading above November high or all-time high on ES. And we still got a ways to go on the all-time high for Nasdaq, but nevertheless, here we are. Nevertheless, here we are. Scaling in here. So 9:30 open. I don't know. It's always hard to view like this 9:30 open candle as, you know, generally it's manipulation or Judas swing. It's hard being bearish, but this all looks relatively clean in here, to be honest. So, I don't know. I could see a world where maybe we just manipulate here at the open higher and then we sell off to these lows and then maybe continue. I don't think that would be crazy. This is London low. Check the regular trading hours. Opening range gap below 9:30 open. So we'll be mindful of that. I'm not going to mark it out, just keep the chart clean, but below this 9:30 open candle is opening range gap. So we'll be mindful of that. But let me put a poll. Let me put a little poll in the chat box. Let me see how you guys are feeling. Are you guys feeling like we just keep trucking higher, or do we manipulate to these lows? Here, I'll put a poll in the chat. You wait. Stay patient. Let me know your guys' bias for the day. I would say if you think price continues trucking toward Nasdaq's all-time high or November high, which is like 21,340, I would say vote bullish. If you think we're going to sell side first, I would vote bearish, which is 20,940. So let me know what you guys are feeling today. Is it possible you could explain the projection tool in Topstep X in regards to short-long position settings? Well, it's the same as TradingView. So The way the projection works, well, when you say projection tool, I'm assuming you mean fib projection. I just use the actual Fibonacci itself. So like if I have the fib tool, right? Obviously you got to be anchoring it to the correct points, which usually you're marking out a manipulation. So if you're marking out a manipulation, so hypothetically, let's just say you were projecting from a swing low to a swing high, right? You draw your fib, so from the swing low to that swing high, and now you're projecting out the range. It's in your fib settings. You just have -1 and -1.5. These are the projections I use. You can use, obviously, you don't have to use these ones, but I use -1 to -1.5, 2 to 2.5, and then 3 and 4 on there just kind of for good measure. But that's really all it is. Just adding the negative fib projections onto your Fibonacci. So that's all it is. And it's the same on TradingView as Topstep X, because they're integrating TradingView charts. Let me know if that helps. Bogey down. Let me know if that helps you. Yeah, I agree, Ali. I like those. I like those lows a lot. They are clean, but we're just so bullish. Woke up to a winter wonderland here in Wisconsin today. Dog won't stop staring at me because he just wants to go roll around in it. Medium impact news is coming out, or just came out a couple minutes ago here, boys. High impact news in 12 minutes or so. Hopefully that helped, Bogey. I'm gonna delete this now. Good morning, Money Glitch. Good to see you, man. George, good morning. Actually, I mean the forecasting measurement tool. I guess I don't know what you're talking about by forecasting measurement tool, Bogey down. I don't know if you're talking just like the measuring stick, or there is a forecast. Where the hell is it? I never use it, but I know it's somewhere on here. Forecasting. Oh, forecast? I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy. I actually don't know. I never use this. If this is what you're talking about. My bad, Bogey down. I don't have a good answer for you. But they all kind of do the same thing. All right, check it. Wow, we got a 50-50 poll here, boys. We got half you guys thinking bearish, half you guys thinking bullish. Love that. Love that. Yep, you were there with the long short position measurement. In the settings, you have risk settings. Are you talking about the long and position tools? Like these? Yeah, if you're talking about the risk, one, the risk reward ratio is built in. I don't know if you're talking about that. Or if you're talking about like the risk where it says minus 20%, I wouldn't worry about that. Or like any of this stuff. This honestly doesn't matter. What matters is your account size and how much you're risking per trade. When you set up bracket orders on Topstep X or set up a bracket order like this on TradingView, you just, like, if I'm going to create a limit order, it literally tells you like how many contracts you're risking and what your risk will be in dollar amount. based on that, and then it shows you. You can just drag it, change it, obviously whatever you want to do. So it does all that for you. That's where you should base your risk off of. I wouldn't worry about like this 0.2% or anything like that. That doesn't matter. And Topstep X is still integrating the ability to create a limit order from this short or long tool. You can't do it as of yet on Topstep X. That was one of the it's in the, if you go to the change log, it's pending as a possible feature being added where you can just click this and put your limit order on, like you can here on TradingView. Not available yet, but in the works. XRP is moving, I know. This is crazy, dude. What is the actual all-time high? Is it like 340 or 370? XRP all-time high. Google says January 7th, 2018, $3.40. But we are getting to that point in price where it is starting to feel a little bit euphoric here in the short term, which is kind of making me really consider taking some off the table. I bought in with $10,000 at 30 cents. And right now that $10,000 as of this moment is exactly, see if you guys can see it, $85K. So it's getting to that point where I'm thinking about taking like 20,000 off the table, take my original 10K out, take 10K profit off, hold the rest, and then if it pulls back, obviously, or sells off a little bit, corrects, have the opportunity to, get back in if I want. So busted out the ledger yesterday. She got a little dusty, but haven't actually moved anything to like any XRP to the exchange yet to do anything with it, but it's definitely getting to be almost about that time. Yeah, calm flex, but I made the mistake of not taking any profit at all off the table after some amazing gains last time around, so I definitely cannot make that same mistake again. Get caught up in the greed and the euphoria. I don't gotta sell everything, but I gotta treat it just like I would trading anything, where you gotta be realistic and take profit when it's there. I don't wanna hold for another round trip without taking anything off. Isn't XRP the coin with the scam artist behind it? I don't know. I don't think so. Are you referring to the SEC lawsuit? Because if so, I think that's about to be dropped here, if it hasn't been already. I don't think it's been dropped officially yet, though, but I believe that's in the works. Obviously, the head of the SEC, Gary, whatever his name was, is resigned. But yeah, the SEC was that lawsuit. That lawsuit is actually what helped me get the entry that I got. I told myself, I'm like, all right, with this lawsuit, we were just tanking. If you guys remember when it happened, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, if it gets to 30 cents, I'm just gonna throw 10K at it. It got to 30 cents. I threw 10K at it. Within like an hour, it was at like 17 cents. I'm like, oh, oh, and then that ended up being the bottom when the SEC lawsuit came down. We've been holding ever since. The measurement tool. Yeah, I just use it to just kind of see how volatile we are, how big a move is. It also tells you time. Like if you want to measure an actual move from like a low to a high, it'll tell you like how long that is. 19 bars, obviously depending on your time frame. 4 hours and 45 minutes. Just measuring stuff out. Nothing more than that, really. Yeah, you can also hit the shift button, yeah. Well, boys, we're just straight up so far. Yeah, we are dead even on the poll, though, 50-50. In the macro now, we got news in 3 minutes, boys and girls. News in 3. S&P here, so we got a little cracking correlation going on. ES and Nasdaq kind of out of sync at the moment. So definitely have a nice SMT divergence. Think this is just manipulation. We go back to sell side you marked? Very possible, yeah. Very possible. We'll see if we can find any entries here after this news comes out. News in 1 minute, boys and girls. People like YM in the chat may already be in shorts. YM was saying short the news. It's a little too risky for me, but to each their own. YM, you're not in it, but you're telling me to short the news? Waiting for 10 a.m.? Are you just clicking the sell button the moment 10 a.m. hits or what? If I say pal or bud after my sentence, I'm joking. Okay, bud. Got it, pal. New high here on Nasdaq. ES pumping here with this news release. Man, these bears are just getting absolutely wrecked. But as like, even if you're not like in any trades, or like, I don't know, if you haven't been obviously capitalizing on like the long today, isn't it just like fun? Like if you're going to sit back and just kind of like watch the market, speculate the market, isn't it not just fun watching shit just pump? I don't know. I think that's like kind of fun. No, it's not. Well, I guess it's not fun if you're not in it in any way, shape, or form. I just feel that way, I think, because crypto is pumping and it makes me smile. You know what I mean? So it's like, even if I'm not in anything, I am in everything. You know what I mean? So obviously SMT still present. $10 a.m. candle did indeed swipe the previous hourly high. Question is, do we get a setup in this macro or not? If not, it could either be 10:30, if not the following macro at the end of this hour. And if we just, I don't know, if we just stay bullish, like if this fair value gap holds and we just keep pushing higher out of it, well, then shit. That'd be crazy. We've already moved 150 points and maybe more yet. Exactly, Tychos. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, if the only thing you do is day trade, then you might not enjoy watching these pumps as much. But you also don't have to suffer through any of the crazy bloodbath days either. You know, you win some, you lose some. But yeah, man, I don't know. Like, it's not really my forte to try to I don't know, join. I don't love trying to like join these longs after a big move that's already taken place. And in my opinion, not really much of manipulation lower prior. Told you guys kind of what I was hoping to see going into the open that we didn't get. But you know, we did pull back into a 5-minute that got left at open. So 5-minute chart, 5-minute fair value gap, just the most shallow retracement down into this. Market holding strong. See how this current 5-minute candle wants to close. Just got another close back above on the previous 5-minute candle. So could see that reversal come in, like if this 5-minute candle can bring us a change in the state of delivery to the downside. But I mean, if not, yeah, I think we're just going to keep drifting higher. And it is NFP week this week, boys and girls. So I don't know for certain. I might still stream Thursday. It could just be a tape read session, and or slash maybe. We'll see what it looks like. But generally, the NFP protocol is trade Monday through Wednesday, take Thursday off, day before NFP, and then obviously trade NFP after the news. But I actually, you know, haven't been too mad at price action day before the last few NFPs. If nothing else, might just hang out and stream with you folks, but we'll see how the week is going once we get there, I suppose. Last month of the year, boys and girls. Can you believe it? 2024 just flew by. Absolutely flew by. Oh my goodness. I don't know what Bitcoin's doing. I don't know why Bitcoin just refuses to go take out 100K. Like, come on, man. How long are you gonna make us wait? Five-minute candle closing here in 1 minute. Not looking like it's going to flip this unless something crazy happens in this minute. Well, boys, what's on the shopping list for Cyber Monday? Is there any good deals I should know about? I think I'm set on monitors though. Third one should be plenty. I don't think I need more than 3. So that should be good. As far as anything else, trading setup wise, snag the trading view. Snag the trading view Black Friday deal. I think that's done now though. So if you missed that, that sucks. But man, what else? I feel like I was going to ask you guys an opinion on something over the weekend I thought of, and I'm forgetting what it was now. It'll come back to me maybe, hopefully. Does anybody in the chat have a 4K monitor? If so, worth it or nah? Because I don't have one as of yet. I just ordered one. It was honestly the same, like with the deal that I found. I ended up ordering it straight through LG. You know, who knows if the savings are legit or if it's all for, you know, effect, I guess, on the website. It said it was $220 off, and like this monitor that I'm using right now, this is a 1440p Ultra Gear, LG Ultra Gear monitor. So when I'm doing my gaming, when I'm getting some dubs, this is the monitor that I use. High refresh rate, obviously decent enough picture quality, not 4K. But yeah, the 4K monitor that I got is actually the same. It was the same price, if not a little bit cheaper than this one. So I'm like, why not? Yeah, OLED. Yep. So yeah, it was only like, I only paid like $350 for it. Apparently it was $220 off. I don't know. If I don't like it, maybe I'll send it back, but I think it'd be good. A little bit lower refresh rate. It looked like a lot of the 4K monitors were like 60 hertz refresh rate. Which obviously if you're using it for gaming, that'd be pretty terrible, or not ideal at least. But otherwise, like the higher refresh rate ones, like my computer, like my Mac Mini, the M2 chip or whatever, I think only like goes up to like 240 hertz anyway. So like some of the 4K monitors that were like $1,000 or more, it's like 350 hertz refresh rate, but my computer wouldn't even be able to handle that anyway. So I'm like, well, that is unnecessary. But yeah, it's crazy the jump though. Like if you go like the same 4K monitor, just the difference is like the refresh rate. It's crazy. It's like an extra $600-700. So I'm like, I don't want it that bad. BBT's got one. TS has one. 100% worth it. Yeah, you guys will have to let me know on the stream if it looks any different. I don't know if you guys will be able to tell or not from your end streaming on YouTube, but I think it shows up next week, Monday or Tuesday. XRP almost hit 275. Bro, this is just crazy because it passed $1 yesterday, or it passed $2 yesterday. That's why it's just like so euphoric feeling right now. This was yesterday. We're at like $1. It was all Sunday right here. We're like $1.90, $1.90. All of a sudden, we passed $2 and we're just flying. Now we're about to hit. At this rate, we could see $3 today. I mean, holy shit. Me likey. Me likey. Yeah, you're definitely right, Chad. It's not necessary. 4K is definitely not necessary. But you know, I know we got some tech. I don't consider myself a tech expert by any means, shape, or form. Which is why I ask, because a lot of you guys in the chat probably are more knowledgeable when it comes to technology than myself. I feel like every time I buy anything tech related, I literally just research, watch a shit ton of review videos. I'm like, you know, asking Google probably some rookie amateur questions. But yeah, 1080p is more than enough for pretty much everything. Yeah, no more news really. There's some like after hours FOMC member is speaking, but that's not really super important in my opinion. XRP to $10. Remember that? That'd be nice. I don't know if we'll go straight there. You know, it would just be silly in my opinion. And this is just how I'm feeling right now. Like, it's so euphoric, right? Like, it's so euphoric. I just feel like it would be silly for me to not take anything off the table, even if it's just a little partial. And like, you know, here, what are my worst case scenarios? Worst case scenario is it does just keep ripping straight up, which we know is not super likely to do. There will be a pullback here at some point. So that'd be one worst case scenario. The second worst case scenario would be it pulls back, and then I take the money that I already pulled out and took profit on. I can stick it back in if I want to do that, and then effectively have even more XRP tokens than I do current. So yeah, I don't know. There might not be a trade for 15 minutes. That's probably our next window of opportunity if there's a reversal going to take place. If not, maybe the end of this hour for the macro. But yeah, definitely got to just stay patient, in my opinion. Like, you know, I don't know if you were like if you were anticipating price to just stay bullish, like we opened up, we went straight up. You're just like, no, we're just going to keep trucking along here to the upside. Like, you know, this was your opportunity, obviously. And maybe you're just riding it out, but I definitely don't feel any like FOMO or anything. I just, you know, sometimes market just opens up and goes one way. And when that happens, there isn't much for me to do, really, you know. Better going straight up than straight down. Scott Triesti, I don't know who that is. Is he an XRP guy? Let's actually do this too. While we're waiting, let's check the earnings calendar. Let's see what earnings are coming down the pipe. I don't think there's probably anything this week. Obviously, we got a non-farm later, but let's check next week. Wednesday, Tuesday. Oh. No earnings scheduled. This is Christmas week, so I don't got to worry about any earnings. Good deal. The FTT guy. Oh, yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Getting ready for lawsuits, maybe? We did get a nice little 5-minute change in the stay here now. Previous 5-minute candle. Let's see if price has any ability to displace below these little lows here. If not, I'm afraid this could just be a little sweep to, again, go higher. So let's see how price behaves now. Where's our VWAP for you VWAP boys? Oh, way down there. Sheesh. There's an SMT with this low here with ES. What do you guys think? Is it worth participating in the longs if price does actually displace higher from here and like we leave some bullish inefficiency behind? What do you guys think? TP hit. Well, I am. Are you short scalping these little moves and like randomly picking tops or what? $15 bro. It's that 15-second chart, bro. Oh, congrats. Congrats. What do you guys think? If we displace up from here, is it worth the long attempt? If we leave like a fair value gap? Like right here or something. Yes or no? No or yes? Not everybody at once. Kind of a mixed bag. Couple of you guys, yeah. A few of you guys, no. Might get wrecked though. Maybe. I mean, we'll see. We got to displace up here though. I mean, without displacement, there's nothing here anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, man, we're just bullish right now. The trend is your friend until the end, right? Short that shit? I will if we can displace below here. That'd be cool. Could look to just target the 930 candle low as well, right? Wouldn't even need to demand for it to go to 940. Could leave a runner there if you wanted, but I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling like if price does keep displacing higher from this point, I don't know. Maybe we're headed to the November high for the day. I don't know. Just reading the price here, boys and girls. Just reading the price. We are in a SIBI at the moment. We do have SMT on both sides of this current range. Do I dare? Well, first of all, before I do this, put a 1 in the chat if you've already taken a trade today. Put a 0 if you've taken no trades. I'm curious. I'm curious to see how many people have been pushing the button. Kind of mixed bag here too. Pretty even. Good amount of 1s, good amount of 0s too. on my 9th trade of the day. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? For me, it would definitely be a bad thing. If I take 9 trades in a day, that's definitely going on tilt and saying F it. We're just going to leave this 15-minute imbalance open. If so, we are just insanely bullish. Just ungodly bullish. It's kind of pissed me off that Bitcoin doesn't want to go hit 100K. Bro, thanks, I'm done. Well, listen, I don't know. I don't know what your trading plan is. Oh, I see what you're saying. Those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers up. 9 trades. 9 trades. Didn't know you were taking the day off. Jeez. Badumts. If you were taking the day off, you could have just slept in. 9 trades. We don't get out of... Where I'm from, we don't get out of bed for less than 20 trades. JK LOL. JK LOL. Well, this isn't exactly the displacement up I was wanting to see if I was going to attempt the longs. If I was going to attempt a long, I really wanted to see, like, fast, aggressive move up here. Obvious inefficiencies left behind. This I'm not sold on. This is, like, kind of slow and lethargic. I mean, maybe if we can close back higher above here on a 5-minute. But otherwise, I think the shorts could still be in play, possibly. Oh, great. XRP's tanking. Should have sold. All right, 10:30. We'll see. So every once in a while when you get these 10 a.m. news events, you get a 10:30 mid-hour reversal. So if we get a good setup here, I'll definitely try and attempt around this 30-minute mark. And then after that, obviously, we got the macro to follow. So those will be my two windows to look for a trade here. How many lots would you recommend on trading MNQ? Bogey down, that's entirely up to you. I mean, it really depends on your risk tolerance, you know, how many trades you're okay with losing before you blow the account. So I don't have a one-size-fits-all answer for you. But for me, I've always liked being around the 0.5% risk. Especially on combines, like obviously combines you can treat a little differently if you want, right? Like you can maybe risk 0.5% of your account balance, right around there, give or take. And then what some people do, and I do this as well. Feel like if anything, I temper the risk down. Like once in a funded, like temper it down, not temper it up. I have had funded accounts where I'm like, oh yeah, let me just try to send it and run it up fast. It's never worked out for me. Granted, it's a numbers game. You see a lot of these other influencers that will just burn through combines and funded accounts like crazy, trying to get those big P&Ls and those big numbers to show off on Twitter and social media. I've done that with a couple funded accounts, and it's never worked out for me. Apparently, when I go into any account with the mindset of I'm just gonna full send it, I think my wires get crossed, and I just look for. I think I just take bad trades. Versus like when I'm using good risk management, I feel like everything mentally and emotionally is like in line with where it needs to be. And it doesn't cloud my judgment when it comes to executing a trade that I like. So I'll let you figure out what risk you would like to use, but I would always say just give yourself room for a losing streak, right? If you want to have a losing streak of 5 trades in a row that you would have to lose to blow the account, divide your risk by 5, or divide your drawdown by 5, and then that'll tell you how much dollar amount you're risking per trade. If you want to do 10, you can do 10. If you want to do 3, you can do 3. The world is your oyster. It's your world. We're just living in it. That's the thing. It's your world. We're just living in it. Just checking this 30-minute chart out. Let's see, maybe we want to take the high one more time here. 30-minute candle high. Maybe give a reversal from there. It'll be interesting to see how we close on like a 5 and a 15-minute chart here. Like I said, I think a strong close on like a 5-minute above this down close candle could obviously take us higher. But a little sweep of this high with displacement would be a good short opportunity. Cardano just hit a yearly high of 120. Nice. Cardano, forgot all about you. Holy shit. All right, one more trade through this high here. Let's see how we close now. Strong close on the 5. 15-minute candle's got a good 10 minutes left. If we get a real fast, strong displacement down here, I really do like the shorts. Big if though. Not bad. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, Mason. You could definitely do damage with micros for sure. Could it be, boys? Better look alive here. Look at that. Look at that. See if we can leave behind a fair value gap, trade back into it, short it. Here's a 15-second. That's kind of risky, but I like it. So I'm going to try one attempt here, boys. From this 15-second fair value gap, I like that we just put in like these relative equal lows down here as well internally. I like it. I want to take this down towards sell side at 21.96. But yeah, it gave everything I wanted to see. We swept that high, got displacement down. I feel like we got that. Traded up into, obviously, the first imbalance there, and I took it on the 15-second. So S&P at the high. S&P at both sides of the market. So yeah, I like the setup. Obviously, if we push higher out of here, then, well, we're just bullish AF, but it is what it is. Gave me what I wanted. So I pushed the button. Missed the setup on the 5-second. Yeah, but not the 15. Not the 15. Or the 30. One-minute gap. Yeah, I like the stop. I think the stop's fine. It's above 50% of this wick. If this PD array fails, we're cooked anyway, so. No, I don't think it's a good time to buy XRP. I mean, you had years to buy it below $1. Literally years. No, yeah, I wouldn't buy it, but not financial advice. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know. We could go to $10 tomorrow for all I know. Probably not, but anything's possible. Stop's not too bad. 21 points. Kind of looks big because we're on a second interval chart, but it's not too bad. So you're late? Yeah, you're late. I would say you're late. You could always buy a dip down the road. But I wouldn't chase this now. Just hit 150 billion market cap. That's cool. Well, I might be cooked on this short, boys. I don't know. We're displacing, closing above through the inefficiency I shorted, so just staying bullish as a motherfucker. Yeah, I liked these too. I liked these lows, like that we put in without taking out. I don't know, we'll see. I'm not gonna close it. I'm just gonna let it hit my stop if it wants to do so. Nothing wrong with having money in just Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those are great options. Yeah, I don't have nearly as much in Ethereum as I would like. But I think you could probably say that about literally everything. The only problem you're going to have is that you didn't buy more. Sound fair enough? Might be cooked here, chat. Unless this just gives me a BBC down, I'm probably cooked. What would I do with 5K cash? 5K? I don't know. I feel like you could... I feel like you could fart and accidentally fart 5K. Oh, nice. 5K cash? I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. But... I mean, if you only have 5K... I don't know, bro. What do you... 5K? It's not a lot you can do with $5,000 these days. Invest in yourself. That's probably the best answer. It reminds me of a clip that I saw. I know that people have mixed opinions on Grant Cardone, but I do remember a clip I saw from him once, and I do agree with what he said, and I think it made a lot of sense. This college kid basically was like, hey, I got $5,000. You know, what should I do? Blah, blah, blah. What should I do with 5,000? You wanted to know like where you should invest it or something like that. And Grant Cardone's just like, bro, you have $5,000? Or it might have been 15 grand. It was something like that. It was either 5 or 15. And he was just like, what are you talking about? He's like, bro, you're broke. Spend all that money on yourself, learning new skills. Granted, he was talking to him as like probably a guy that's getting into sales. But he's literally just invest all of that money into yourself. Invest all of that into yourself, knowledge, you know, for him, a salesperson probably also buy suits so they look good. Shit like that. But he was just like, you're already broke. He's like, what the fuck you can do with $5,000? You're already broke. And I'm like, fuck, it's kind of true. Like people with not a lot of money cling to like the smallest amounts. And I like, as somebody who has been guilty of the same thing, it's like when you don't have money, that's when you like, you know, you think it's so catastrophic to lose $5,000 when you only have 5 or 10 grand to your name. But in reality, it's like, bro, you're already broke. Like, so what, you lose $5,000, who gives a shit? Like, How about play defense once you've actually made a lot? That's kind of if you got time on your side. If you're younger, especially you don't got kids, family, shit like that, it's like I just feel like you got to be on offense. Because you got, you know what I mean? You got time. Once you got family and kids and you're older, you don't got the time on your side, and you got responsibilities that you can't afford to, you know, fuck up. If you're young and you lose everything, swinging for the fences, if you will, it's like, obviously you got to be smart, but I mean, it doesn't hurt. You can start over. You got time to do it. Like, so I think that's an important perspective. Obviously easier said than done. But so those little lows that I was talking about, boys, we came down for them. How fucking nice. And then we swept them, and now we're heading right back up. I don't like that. The more this chops around in here, the more it kind of just seems like we're going to accumulate macro starting in 3 minutes, but I would not be surprised in the slightest to see price manipulate higher one more time in that macro before heading lower. I definitely did not want to see price take these lows out and then come right back. We got an inefficiency in here. I still am going to hold it. But just telling you guys my thoughts right now. I'm not loving what I just saw, but it is what it is. What about stocks? Do you have any? I think the only individual stock I have is actually just Coinbase stock, to be honest. But yeah, no, I used to have money in like mutual funds. My dad's just like a big fucking mutual fund guy. But he goes through a financial advisor, which I've tried telling him, like, bro, you don't need to fucking go through a financial advisor. Like, you literally lose, I think on average you lose like they take 1% a year. So over the course of many years, like, you're really losing out on a lot of compounded interest, where it's like it's not really a lot of brain power to do it yourself without going through a financial advisor, you know. But like when it comes to the stock market, like, yeah, it's definitely an area of my portfolio I wish I had a lot more in, and that's actually part of my plan with my crypto. When I do start taking big chunks of profit, is to actually funnel most, if not all of that money into probably just straight up index funds, like just put it straight in the S&P 500. Definitely want that to be probably the bigger portion of my portfolio as time goes on, right? Crypto is definitely the volatile risk on market. Bodies don't look too bad. We're in the macro now, boys. So let's see if this macro can treat us nice. See if this macro can deliver. I like this low here. I'll probably take a profit on Topstep X once we trade through like some of these other lows, because I can do that. Here I'm going to try to hold for this low. It's not even the 930 low. $930 low is down here. But it's a good amount of points. There's a nice move here in the macro starting. Could go risk-free as soon as we trade through even like this low here. Glad I held that. Bodies were holding this fair value gap, which was good. Obviously. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm going to go risk-free now. Took a few off here, a few little micros just to scratch the itch. See if bearish price can hold still. Another fair value gap here. I'm risk free though. Obviously, if we're bullish, like this would be your manipulation probably to go higher. We're trading into something higher time frame. 15-minute. No, not in any 15-minute. We got a 15-minute inefficiency right here. I want to just mark this low out. See if we can follow through here. So this is 15-minute fair value gap. Never back down, never what? Never give up. Shitty close. Weak close. I wonder, do we hit the 15-minute gap on like the ES chart? No. I don't even think there is one actually. No. Well, I'm not a big fan of that reaction there. That's unfortunate if we just fly from here, but did not hit that 15-minute gap yet. Yeah. I don't know, it doesn't look great, but if that don't hold, it'll be a break-even stopperoo. Thanks, YM. You said when you say pal, though, you said you're just joking. So was that a joke? I thought it was a nice trade. Nicer if it can give us some good follow-through here. Feels like I'm rooting against the winning team, though, being a seller. When we're bullish AF. You know what I mean? Feels like I'm rooting for the losing team. I'm good, Javon. How are you? You mind if I signal your trade? Only if you accept the risk, win or lose. Unless you're talking like signaling into a group or some shit like that. I would prefer you don't do that. I'll sue you. Just kidding. Just kidding. Ain't nobody got time for that. Thanks, Kuzi. Appreciate it. SMT at the lows, yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely not denying that there's no reason for price to go even higher, so I don't know. It'd be nice for price to tap into this inefficiency at least. I will take a few more micros off here on Topstep X if that happens. Once we trade through here. Otherwise, yeah, we're just chilling, man. Chilling risk-free. Already took a few micros off when we traded through this low here. So yeah, we're just chilling now. Take your shoes off and stay a while, boys. Get comfy. Yeah, it's a different conversion on Trade-of-8. I mean, that's why Topstep X is nice, because it allows you to do the full like conversion between micros to the corresponding minis for your risk, versus like with Trade-of-8 with the scaling plan, you can only still do like the max number of contracts regardless of whether it's micros or minis. So one reason Topstep X would be a little bit more beneficial in that way. But I don't know. This is a 150K XFA on Trade-of-8, so I like the risk of one full contract, one mini contract. Yes, I don't have the ability to partial, which can be unfortunate at times, but it'd also be a good thing at times, right? Forces you to hold for those targets. All right, I'm gonna take a few more off here. Took a few more micros off here at Topstep X. Hitting that 15-minute fair value gap. I want to see how we close. I want to obviously start seeing some strong closes below these levels. $15-minute fair value gap. 30-minute fair value gap as well. I mean, we got pretty big inefficiency here. Oh, shit. Wrong way. Relative equal lows here on ES. So we'll see if this is the end of the road for the Bears or not. Possibly could be, but definitely got room to go. Even these lows are nice. Three XFAs. I mean, I'm trading only 2 right now. Yeah, I don't know. This might be the end of the line. This might be the end of the line, boys. And then, like, if it is, like, this is an example where, you know, it's easy to look at a result like that and be like, well, that's why you got to have micro so you can partial. Yeah, it's easy to say that in that instance, but you could say the exact opposite when you hold the whole thing to the target, right? So it's important not to cherry pick. There's pros and cons to everything. But yeah, took 6 micros off over here on Topstep X. Six off, 9 still on. New hourly candle here. obviously well, same macro, technically. I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to jinx it. I want to see these fair value gaps not hold price, obviously. If they do, I do think we could keep working higher. Obviously, we're moving up from a 15-minute fair value gap, for Christ's sake. So, because if it does start pulling back, what I'm thinking in my head is obviously $200 green days. $200 green days is what you need for obviously qualifying for payout. So if anything, I'll close it with a little over 200 at least. So I can check that box if nothing else. But yeah, a nice sell-off here would be pretty sweet. Yeah, I can move stop to 200 if I wanted it as well. It's a fair question. Will that be 10 points? Right? We'll do like 11 points for any possible slippage. Maybe a little more. All right, yeah. So stop will take me out there. But I'll stay in. I'll stay in here because I was able to partial. Thanks, Minley. I love you too. All right. Got taken out in profit there on that position. Still in over here on Topstep X. Got a couple partials off. That'd be just some shit if it like stopped me out here and then continued to tank. You know what I mean? But either way, secured some profit. I don't know. few $100 won't pay all your bills, but it's a good start. Yeah. Is anybody long from the bullish PD array? Obviously, 15-minute fair value gap, displacement up. Here's your bullish entry. Not a bad little setup there if you're liking the continuation higher. Okay, out there as well. So yeah, little couple partials there. Decent, all right move. Thought there was more room that could go, but highest we were up was 40 points from entry. Might just head higher now. We'll see. Yeah, we would kind of like to see a bullish, like 5-minute bullish change in the state back up. Some strong closes before entertaining the idea of joining any longs. Longs definitely would make more sense now, obviously now that we've had some level of a pullback into a higher time frame PD array. So I'd feel more comfortable with the longs at this point than I was earlier. I think I'm gonna watch this 5-minute chart. Would like to see a good close. And then could maybe look for, you know, something like that. You guys feel me? Ouch. 10 seconds left on this 5-minute. Macro is ending. One minute. Yeah, we're holding bullish price. I got my hand on the buy button. I kind of hesitated here. Snagged an entry there. I'm going to go stop below this 30-second gap here. Giving it a little room in case it wants to like sweep this low here, but still decent stops, like 25 points. See if bullish price can continue. Retesting that CISD on the 5-minute. And honestly, yeah, I mean, I don't really have any like short-term targets until November high. Got a high here. Yeah, that'd be good. Oh my God. Just pumping, boys. Oh! Let me screenshot that. $21,175 magnet. Okay. We are outside the macro right now. So in the macro, really all we accomplished was that trade down into 15-minute fair value gap. Now, obviously, we're looking for the breakout expansion out of this range here. If we get it, if we accumulate and get choppy, I'm probably going to get stopped out. Give this some time, though. Like at least this 15-minute candle. I want to see a big white girthy candle going out of here. If we don't get that, like if we get like a little, like a doji candle, I'll probably just close the trade, to be honest. And yeah, if we get like a long wick down, I am going to be a toast. If we wick all the way down here. But, I mean, yeah, outside of that, respect the price action and order flow until it proves you otherwise, right? Like, so far we've been holding bullish price, so. I am still alive, Monkeef, yep. We're alive and well. Alive and well over here. Generating some sell side here. Body's respecting that 5-minute change in the state. Guys, we might hit $3 on XRP today. XRP's pumping. We just need Nasdaq to pump. All right, need that low to bring us a reaction. If not, this is probably going to get choppy, and I'm going to be toast for this position. I mean, yeah. Respecting with the close of these candles. You can see the 5-minute bodies respecting for now as well. I just don't like that we're slowing up right now. Not a good sign. Goes to show, man, when you're outside those macro windows, it's just like Sometimes you're just kind of asking for trouble. Shut up, YM. Let me hit my stop loss in peace. Five-minute FVG. Basically, last line of defense if we're going to stay bullish. I see you never cut your losses. No, that's not true. You're cherry picking. I cut my losses literally last week, and then if I would have just held that trade, it went to my take profit. Everybody in the chat always cherry picks based on what just happened that day. Everybody has a recency bias. No, yep. And then same with my short trade earlier. Like, if, you know, the fair value gap that I shorted got disrespected. So if I would have closed it, I would have taken a loss, even though it went, you know, partially to target. I try to hold. I try to hold. It helps when I'm in a macro and I got more things lining up, but trading's very discretionary, so sometimes I make a judgment call and close it early, but otherwise I try to let you know, I try to find 2 to 3 PD arrays that I want to see hold for my trades, and then I put my stop below that. So like if those fail, it's hitting my stop loss and the trade's invalidated. So that was kind of the idea with this trade here. Fair value gap here. And then this fair value gap here, right? So my stop's below here. If these two fail, to me this trade's invalidated, and we're either chopping or maybe even going back for this low again inside the 15-minute fair value gap. So but to me it's like most of the time, yeah, I could save myself a little bit if I closed it here and we do go here, but like I could also close the trade and then it could go, and like the trade never was even invalidated. So over time, is this like worth the risk or not, I guess is what you got to ask yourself. But I try to be consistent. I'm not perfect, but I try to just let it play out and do what it's going to do. But yeah, this entry did come after the macro, so not good. Got stopped out there. So one winner, one loser. I'm actually still in here on Topstep X. Not anymore. So yeah, that might be it for the morning. Got choppy on me. Wanted to see the expansion. Wasn't going to get it. Delete that before I forget. She got choppy on us, boys. Yeah, 15-minute long wick. If not, if not a bearish close, we'll see. Oh well, I don't mind it. It wasn't like a bad trade in my opinion. But yeah. Why do every day for past 2 weeks I am stucking in a chop? What? I don't think I understand your question. Why are you stuck in the chop every day? I don't know. Sometimes the chop just gets you. You know what I mean? It sneaks up on you sometimes. I mean, I'll be damned if I got stopped out here and then, like, you see the wick do the damage, stop me out, and then, yeah, let's go to your target now, loser. Time is it? 11:30. Yeah, like if it does that and just goes higher, that's the type of stuff that like makes any guy want to go on tilt. If I'm being honest, it's like, are you fucking kidding me? So you guys know what I'm saying? That's the stuff going on tilt is made of. You're just like, are you shitting me? So just kind of watching price here, just because, I don't know, that'd be some shit if that does happen. Usually when you get stopped out, you'd like to see price just continue in the other direction because it just kind of like makes it easier to digest. Like, okay, yep, I was just wrong. Versus, oh, I was right, but I still lost. That's a little bit harder to digest. So let's watch this here for a few more minutes. might call the stream here though. Shortly. Obviously, if we stay in this choppy little range, it's not really of anyone. It's not going to be of benefit for any of us to try to figure this out, you know. Really only interested in participating in a nice move if we're going to get one. I mean, based on a 5-minute chart and a 15-minute chart, I do still think longs are valid. Here's your 15-minute time frame. Here's your 30-minute time frame. Like, you can see the logic in the longs here. Even the previous 30-minute candle, we got a nice close back above, which just closed. Bro, I literally think I just got fucking stop hunted. This is kind of what it's starting to look like. One win, one loss, Grizz. We caught shorts on this little move here. Tried catching longs. I just got stopped out on this wick. Trying to go long here, and now it's going in my favor. Or what would have been my favor. My short entry would now be in profit. Or at my entry, at least. Did I say short entry? I meant long entry. I mean, this 15-minute close here wasn't super convincing. The 30-minute was not bad. Yeah, guys, these pullbacks back into the range makes me feel like it's just going to stay choppy. for a little bit longer. Here's the hourly. We do have a 1 hour inefficiency left behind in price. So I don't know, man. I might just call it for the morning. See, wait for price to start spooling again, and then try to participate. But yeah, I don't know. All I know is XRP doing a little pumpy, which makes me happy. 1 and 1 though today here on Nasdaq. With maybe more to come later today. I guess we'll see. But yeah, let me do a little pulse check before we hop off here. Oh, I should have put an option for break even or flat, but yeah, let me know if you guys are green or red today. Just curious. Also, let me know how many trades did you guys take today? Give me a number in the chat. How many trades? I've taken 2 so far. VWAP is at 21,100 pivot. Okay. And was green, now a little red. Yeah, same. I was up a couple hundred, now down a couple hundred. I just overdid it. Like a showboat, I just overdid it. Tried getting fancy, taking a trade outside the macro. Market said, huh. Yeah. Keep dreaming, pal. Keep dreaming. How are we supposed to know it was going to stop spooling, though? Whenever we try to predict it's going to stop spooling, it just goes bonkers, and when when you think it's going to continue, it just starts chopping around for 2 hours. You're sitting there like, son of a bitch. So, oh yeah, most of you guys are green, it looks like, in the chat. That's cool. Congrats to you guys. Yeah, one win, 1 loss. Who knows? This long could still play out, but this is just kind of slow and lethargic either way. So I think I want to let it kind of, you know, displace and show me some enthusiasm again before thinking about participating anymore. Obviously, we got another macro here coming into lunch hour in like 20 minutes, so maybe that brings something. We'll see, I guess. But yeah, man, appreciate you guys showing up. Good to be back. I'll be live tomorrow morning, same time, same place. We got Joel's job opening tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. as well. And yeah, otherwise I'm just gonna smile at XRP and hope it keeps going higher. But hope you guys have a good Monday, and I will see you kids tomorrow morning, bright and early. Peace out, everybody.
Our trade sits at his desk, coffee in hand. The Nasdaq charts on his screen, he's in command. He's a day trader, chasing dollars and dreams. Using ICT concepts, he's got some tricks up his sleeves. From Fibonacci retracements to volume spread analysis, Tyler knows the smart money, he's gaining an advantage. He watches the market like a hawk in the sky. With every tick and every turn, he's catching the high. Running with the smart money, kicking up dust. Tyler trades a day trader you can trust. He's dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire. the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire.